Okay, so today we are going to learn about already expressions we learned. Okay, libraries we are going to learn, and one of the libraries called random library. So that random module. Okay, so that we are going to learn today. So random module mainly deals with applications. For example, like when you consider the captcha. Okay, how the captcha is generated in the form, it is a random number, right? But some of the captchas will have or it generates images. Actually the random number will be generated, it is mapped with the corresponding image, and on the screen you are getting some random number, right? For the some random number generated random numbers, some images is mapped. Okay, that's why you're getting some of the images over there. So such kind of application, random number functions are useful. So we are going to learn this random module. Okay, I'll share my screen. So random module, and you have to use the keyword random. Okay, so random module you can use with the help of keyword random. Okay, and there are some of the functions are there. How to use those functions? You have to go for random dot. Okay, random dot random. So I'll just do some of the codes for you. You also practice side by side. Okay. So first you have to import the module random. Okay. Then there are a lot of modules are there, and we are going to work with one by one. So print random dot. The first function is random dot random off. Okay, it is a built-in function, random dot random off. So what you will get? You will get an output from number. Okay, wait, it's loading. Okay, so you're getting a number 0 point some digits, right? 0 point some digit, and when you refresh the same program, you will get another number 0.4. So that is what is the meaning of this random dot random function is it generates a random number from 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1, but in the output 0 is included and 1 is excluded. Okay, that means you cannot able to see here 1. Okay, always it is from ranges of value from in between 0 to 1 a number will be generated. Okay, 0 to 1, but 1 is the number will not be always printed. Okay, 1 is excluded. So this is the use of random function. Okay, and here a lot of things are possible. Suppose you want to generate a random number between certain value. Okay, so how you can do it? So for that, okay, in this experiment there is no proper experiment. Okay, so we are just going to check the functions. Okay, execution of functions. So the first function is random function. Okay, random of. Okay, you can able to do that. Random of will generate value from 0 to 1. Okay, the next function is called random dot rand range of values. Okay, it takes some of the parameters. If I am giving the value, okay, only one number I'm giving, what is the output? You will get it. So it's some number I'm giving. Okay, random range means it takes value from 0 to 2. Okay, 0 to 2, but 2 is excluded. Okay, 0 and 1, whenever you execute you can able to see 0 or 1 will be generated, 0 or 1, but not 2. Okay, so that is the purpose of random range. So make a note of this one. What is the use of random range? It generates 0, 1 and not 2. Okay, so that is the use of random range. Some okay, not only 2, any other numbers also. If we have given 5, if we have given 5, it generates value from 0 to 4, not 5. So that means the last number is excluded. So this is how you can also limit the range of values of number. Okay, one more parameter you are giving. Suppose, okay, like 5 to 10 if I have given, you can able to see always the start number is 5 and the ending number is 10, right? 5 and 10, when you give 5 to 10, 5 is included and 10 is excluded, but in between that any number will be generated. So you can see that numbers are generated from 5 to 10, 5 is included, 10 is excluded. So this is how a random range second argument when you mention, that's the meaning of it. Okay, that means 5 to 10, 5 to 9 will be generated and not 10. Okay, so this is for suppose in a program you need value from 11 is 11, number 11 also you needed, means you have to make it as 12, then only at least some refreshment, some random number will be generated with value 11. Okay, and um, third argument. Third argument, I'm just giving the step counter value. So it generates value from 5 to 10. 5 is included, and any other number is generated. You can see. Okay, I'll refresh and show. Okay, just two values of increment will take place. Suppose if I'm giving okay, a number like 2, 8, and 2, another one number. Okay, when you give, what is the value it generates? It generates 4. It generates only even number series like that. Okay, even number generation. So this is how third argument you can give. Third argument is kind of a step counter. Okay, so random range of, so the third program is, sorry, next function is, when you have given, third argument is a step counter. Okay, increment the value by 2. Okay, every times 2 increment of random numbers. Then the next function, suppose if we have given in reverse direction, always we have to give the start value is small and the end value is supposed to be bigger one. Suppose if I am giving start value is the biggest one and the end value is small. Okay, so it generates error. Okay, so it generates error. Always start value is supposed to be small. Okay, always start value is supposed to be small and the end value is supposed to be the bigger. Okay, so this part will generate error. And suppose you are giving -2 here. Okay, the step counter is -2. In reverse direction when you go, okay, it accepts. Okay, positive direction when you go, forward direction when you go, it is generating error. Reverse direction, that means how it will take from 6, the start value is 6 and then it will go in a reverse direction, but the count is by 2 times decreasing, right, and up to number 2. So here 2 is omitted and 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, but incremented by -2, right? Sorry, decremented by -2. So accordingly, all the positive numbers will be positive numbers alone will be generated. If you didn't give -2, then it is an error. Okay, it is going to be an error. So this is how random range function works. Okay. Random range function works, and this is also a valid one. This is doing a reverse. Okay. And the next function is, okay, integer values. In the beginning, we have used random of. Random of function generates floating point values, right? Random of function generates floating point value, and if you want to generate some integer value, then you should go for rand int. Okay, rand int is a function which generates integer, but it takes 2 arguments. Okay, here also you have to mention the starting value and the ending value. Okay, 1 to 10, if we have given number from 1 to 10, okay, integer value generates, not a floating point one. Okay, and here also same principle. Start values from 1 to 9, that number alone will be generated and it prints. Okay, so that is the use of random int. Random int prints 1 to 9. Okay, integer value it prints 1 to 9. The next function. And random int, if you have given the same number, here also 10 and here also 10, when you give, okay, what will happen? Okay, it generates 10 because start value is 10. So it starts from 10, but the end value is same, means, okay, no other number, no increment. In how many times if you have executed, you will get the same number. Okay, you will get the same number. So this is called, okay, so this is written only 10. Okay, but it is a valid code. It won't generate any error. And if I have given in the reverse direction random int, okay, first value is the greatest one compared to the second value, like the previous one, okay, like a random range, random int also will generate error. If you have given set the third value as minus, reverse direction of, okay, it won't accept. Minus 2, third argument, there is no third argument for random int. Okay, random int. Random int third argument, there is no third argument, okay, for random int. But for random range, we can go for third argument, okay. So this value generates error. This value generates error. I'm posting it parallelly in the chat. You also practice, but at the end, take the entire page and put it in Drive. Why Tarun suddenly posting the, somebody was asking the link, TQDA. What is thank? DA means who's DA? Jevin? Who's DA? What is happening here? TQDA. What is that? Jevin, can you unmute and talk? Jevin? Jevin Pasteen? What is it? I don't know the short term. TQDA. Thanks, Dava. Am I right? Just say yes or no, Jevin. No reaction. Okay, let me continue my topic. Okay. So the next function we are going to learn. So far, what are the functions we learned? When you go through your chat, you can able to know that. Okay, so it started from random. So first of all, you have to import the module, right? So you have to import the random module, then you can access the random module functions with the help of the object name random dot, right? So this is how. And then you can able to see different functions name, random range, random of, random range, rand range, and rand int. These are the three functions we learned. Okay. Then the next function is random dot uniform. What does this function will do? We'll learn about it. So random dot, same thing we are going to do. Random dot uniform. Okay, random dot uniform of some value if you are giving. Random dot uniform of 2 comma 4. So what is this program is doing is, okay, previously we have generated random numbers, completely integer, completely floating point, okay, and now okay, for example, random range always generate positive value, random int also sorry, whole number, right? Random range, rand int will generate the whole number. Random function, I'll compare. Rand range, I'll type it in the chat. Rand range, rand int, both which generates random number, but they are all integers, right? And random function that alone generates float. Okay. But this random of function cannot take a limited range of value. Suppose I want, okay, I'm just going to generate a random number 2 to 4. In between that, any floating point numbers also there. That also, if I need, okay, then I have to go for the combination of the function called random uniform. Random uniform. Okay, it generates value from 2 to 4 within the range floating point numbers it can generate. Okay, so that is the speciality of this function. So what is the uniform function will generate floating point value but within the range, right? But random, it can generate only 0 to 1 floating point values. From number from 0 to 1 it can generate, but uniform can generate any numbers whichever is mentioned in the parameter, okay, whichever is given in the parameter. And one more function we just want to parameter we want to apply. If you have applied 1 comma 1, so what is the value you will get it? So it is also going to be a floating point number, and always it is going to be 1 only. How many times if you refresh the screen you will get the same value, because start value is same, end value is also same. So it cannot go above this number. So same thing you will get it, right? So that is the use of uniform of 1 comma 1 will return only 1.0. So you should write not 1, it is 1.0. Okay, not 1 and 1.0, it just returns. 1 minute. Okay, the next function we are going to learn. The next function is, okay, some more combination of uniform function also we are going to do. I'm giving 10 comma 1. So what is the output you will get it? Start value is 10, end value is 1. That means in reverse direction it goes 10 to 1. So 10, 9, 8, okay, 4, up to 0, not 1. Combination of 1 is left. Okay, so start to end value it generates. Okay, and if you have set 1 comma some random numbers in floating point, okay, okay, so many 1 and followed by 4. 1 point something you have given a second argument. So what is the value you will get it? Okay, so 1. 1 to this much number. In between that, okay, the combination of number less than this alone will be generated. 1 to 1. 1 to 1, any number, but here alone the digit changes. This number is the same number, you will get it. Okay, that means nearly it is 1.0. 1.0 is the answer, right? Here also you can say it is 1.0. Then next function is working with the list. And there is a list, and I have created a list as this one. Okay, I have stored some of the value 10, 50, 60, 70, like that. Okay, and from this list I just want to, okay, depends upon some people's lucky choice. You're asking the user, okay, you have a game you have developed using Python. You are asking the user to enter a number. When they enter the number, and if it is within that list, okay, are the generated random numbers for them is same, okay, so you are the luckiest person. Like that, you are increasing the score. So in such time, you need a list supposed to contain some random numbers, and you can go for, there is an option connected with the list is choice. Okay, so when you print this one, it just take print of this one, right? So when you print, it generates the random number. Okay, only the values are these 4. Among these 4 only randomly the numbers are chosen and it will be printed. Other than these number, no other numbers are going to be generated. In between numbers also not generated. Either it is 10 or 50 or 60 or 70 only. Okay, when you refresh, you can able to see. So this is how in a list you can store set of numbers, and randomly you can access the number from that list with the help of random dot choice of. Okay. So next one is random dot choice. Okay. So it is like a not only now it is a list, right? If it is a tuple also, you can keep it as a tuple or a dictionary or a set. Okay, you can with the help of choice can able to access it. Okay, it is now a set or a tuple or a list. Okay, we have learned no, so anything can able to access it. Okay, list is tuple set. Suppose if it is a set. Sorry, I'm jumping here. If it is a set, uh, if it is a set, tuple and the list from that you can able to access. Okay, and it is not working with the set. It is not working with set. Only tuple, tuple or tuple, right? Tuple and list it will work. This choice function for randomly store the value and print it. Okay. So this is called random dot choice. Already I posted. And what are the different ways you can use this? Okay. Suppose I have some values 10, 50. Many values I'm going to store. 50, 60, 50, and okay, some of the values I have stored, and when you print it randomly, generate and call a number from this list, right? Okay. Now, if you want to know the ID of this list, okay, what you will do? You will print of ID of list. ID of L will print, okay, the memory space where it is created and stored. This is the ID, and this number 5 is accessed from this list randomly, right? So this is how it is shown. Now there is one more function, ID of L, okay, it just print the reference location of the list where it is stored. From the memory it fetches and prints, okay. Then the next one is or the next function is called shuffle. Okay, sorry, I'll keep this one here and hide it. Shuffle, shuffle. So what does this shuffle will do? Actually, random dot shuffle will return a value that you have to store it in a shuffle of L. Okay, will not return any or print a value. If you want to print it, okay, what you have to do? You have to print the list. Then only you can able to see these values are shuffled and generated values are like this. For example, multiple choice question generation. There is a question generator. We used to load some questions. For example, like for your internal exam, 25 questions we used to load. The system will take for different students, different set of questions will be there. Okay, but among this 25, only 15 questions will be generated for different students, different method. Okay, it's generated. Some students, some of the questions may not be there. Some questions may be there. Okay, so like that, this kind of exam pattern is going on at present, right? But faculty used to load 25 questions. From that, 15 questions are going to be taken from that list. Okay, similar, the same way here. So how you can shuffle the questions? Sometimes this 20 questions. Sorry, I'll come here. Sometimes 20 some question patterns are 25 faculties loading, but may be given to all the students same set of questions, but it is in a shuffled way. So what you can do here is by this method, Using this method, okay, put the question. For example, if I have stored question 1 here, and okay, each time it is going to be there for every student in a different way. Yeah, I have stored like question 1 to question 3, question 4. Okay, 5 questions are there, and I have set this question for at first time. Okay, it may generate in this order. The next time it may go in different orders. Okay, but somewhere I have written like question 1, option 1 is the answer. Question 2, option 2 is the answer based on the label or based on list L. Okay, the options and choices are going to be mapped, and the marks are going to be allotted for the student. This is how my logic is. So at that time, this kind of, wherever the questions are shuffled, the random function is called, okay, but you can access with the help of shuffle off. Okay, please make a note. This is called shuffle functions in usage of shuffle function. Okay, you can shuffle the choices and you can generate the list and you can modify it. But when you print the ID, is this the same list is updated? When you print the ID, then you can able to see the this print L. When I removed only, you will get it. Sorry, I have put it as in hash symbol, right? I have removed that moment. So you can see it is within the same list only. It is not a new list, same list, but the items are shuffled temporarily. Okay, so that is the purpose of random dot shuffle. If you stored it in some variable and when you print the variable, it just print, it cannot return value. It cannot return value, so that is why it is printing none. But because it is updating within the list only, it is not going to be return or store the value in a new variable. If you want to access it, okay, you can print the list through which you can able to access. That is the purpose of shuffle function. Okay, it won't return any value. So far, we have learned lot of random function, right? Random functions. So once again, random module, you have to import first, and here the list of methods are there. Few important functions and usages. Okay, based on the usage, we have learned some of the functions, right? Some of the functions we learned, and you also practice. So how many of you completed so far whatever I have practiced? How many of you completed? Shall I get an yes or no? How many of you understood? Understood, at least have you understood? Shall I get an yes or no? Yes, random function usage. Yeah, very good, very good. So please practice all these functions. So first we have learned about random, then random range, and random int, rand right? Then uniform function, then choices, and then shuffle. So random, rand range, rand int, uniform, choice, shuffle. 6 functions, only 6 function, but you can see the list is going like this. Okay, so lot of functions are there, depends upon your application. You have to choose the particular. So this is one of the module which is available in Python library. Okay, one of the function. There are a lot of other functions are there. Other modules are there. Math module, little things we can discuss on math module from here. Okay, and the math module mainly we used to go for performing some of the okay, for example, if you want to find out cause of some value. Okay, so what you have to do, every library first you have to import. So you have to go for import math, and then you can access using math.cos, math.sin. Okay, so like that. Okay, so if you want one small program you can do. So import math. That's the first statement. Then anything if you want to apply or store the value written by math function, then you can go for it. Math cos of some value. When you give, you can able to find out its answer. Okay, math cos of something. Okay, so any you can go through the table and remember the syntax and start applying. Okay. So this is how math module is. Math module is okay, like if you want to go for rounding up, rounding down, this is the main function used to go for some of the bill calculation. Seal and floor. Okay, seal of some values when you give what you will get. Seal and floor. We'll practice. Seal of some fractions, fractional part also. If it is there, what is the result? You will get it. It just do the rounding up operation. 90 point. If it is 5 plus, okay, 5 value point after that, okay, 5 means okay, just do a conversion. If it is 49, it is 91. Okay, if it is 05, that time also it is 91, right? And if it is 1, 91. So seal, it always find out a nearest integer value, rounds up the number if it is necessary, and the opposite one is floor. Okay, opposite floor of same function, but when you apply floor, floor of something. Okay, what you will get, it just it doesn't bother about the next part, it just take only the whole number. Okay, suppose if it is 91, 90.91, what happens here is going to be 91. Okay, z, even if it is 0 1 also, it just takes it takes, okay, if it is 0 1, 90.01 also going to be 91, and floor is just opposite, it just do rounding down. Seal do rounding up. Okay, so that's a mathematical function. There are so many mathematical functions also available, and we just go through it. Exponentiation, factorial, important function. The last years, okay, some classes we have written the recursive function example for that is math recursive. To find the factorial of a function, we have gone for a recursive method, right? But very simple in Python. If you want to find out factorial, okay, directly you can go for math.factorial. It prints factorial of the corresponding value. Okay, for example, factorial of 0 is how much if you want to find out. Okay, so one simple function, already the definition is, that is why compared to other programming languages, why we go for Python is it contains lot of libraries. Okay, so if you're familiar with the library, then wherever there is a need of a code, you can just reduces the complexity by calling the built-in function, replace it by built-in function. You no need to write the code, already there is a definition which are defined inside the particular library. So factorial of any, okay, factorial of 0 is 1, factorial of 1 is how much? That is also 1. Okay, and factorial of 5 is, as you all know, the value is 120. But you know, in the C, it is not the C++, there is no built-in function for finding out the factorial, but in Python library it is supported by math, and that is why we are easily getting this function. So that is why all the people are moving from other programming to Python, mainly because of libraries, okay, which reduces the work of us. But you should know, okay, for example, if you want to find out the log of a particular number, you can go for log. Power of a function, okay, power function takes 2 argument. Okay, so if you want to find out power of, okay, power of 2 power 2 is how much if you want to find out. Okay, 2 command 2 is this give. So what is the value we'll get? 4.0, right? 2 power 2 is 4.0. So power function is there. And okay, pi, somewhere you want to okay, assign the value of math.pi to okay, somewhere in a calculation it is needed. Okay, okay, for a equal to 3.14 if you want to assign, right? So instead you can go for this, and now you need 28. You will see what is the value. It is 3.14 something. Okay, so this is called constant. Okay, this is called constant. Other things are called as methods. Math.py and .e, how much value? And nan means always it says it's not a number. Okay, tangent value, if you want you can use this one. Math constants also there, and math methods also there. So so far what are the modules we have learned? Any one of you, okay, please, or people whoever remembered, so far which are the modules that we have practiced in Python? Please type all the module names. Okay, you please type and I'll wait for it. Okay, which are the modules that we have learned in Python? That means which are the libraries we have learned in Python? Please type the answer in the chat. For regular expression, which module we have used? Class, answer me. Regular expression, working with strings, okay, to divide or to extract, replacing some of the spaces by some other shape, okay, like that we have learned a lot of things, right? A lot of things, split the text. So like that we have done some of the search, some of the text which is there in the particular string or not. Like that we have done so many manipulations with the string, right? So for that, which module we have used in Python? Class, please type your answer on the chat. Working with the regular expression, or it is supported by which module in Python? Search the answer and type. Please search the answer and type. Regular expression. I'll just post the question. Regular expression, which module? You have to import it as import followed by something. It's something alone is the question. Okay, find out the answer. Tell me the answer. Today's class is over. Okay, now I'm posting questions. Answer me. Python is completely over, right? Answer, please. Okay, type all the modules and wait. I'll wait. Class, are you here? I hope you are all here, but find the answer. Search in the Google, find out regular expression. I'll open your posts. Yeah, Sneha, your answer is correct. RE. RE is a module which represents regular expression. Then for random function, what's the name of the module? Type the full syntax, Neha. Type the full syntax. Okay, okay. Type the full syntax for random. How you will use the library for doing random functions. Type the, yeah, it is import random. And the same way for regular expression, Rishita, for regular expression, please type the library name correctly. Regular expression, import RE. For math functions, math module, import math, right? So these are the standard libraries and regular expression that we have learned, right? So next class, I will start the other portions. And anybody's having any doubt so far? Have you all verified your marks in the EduServe? I have entered the marks. I think I just, if you want, Have you all checked your marks in Edison? Shall I get an yes or no on the chat? Have you all verified your marks? Yes, ma'am. Very good. Okay, even I have also have the marks, and I think the pass percentage is it's better. Okay, but three students, okay, four students got below 20. So totally 17. 17. So 14 by 17, how much? 82 percentage is the pass percentage for this class. So please verify your marks in the editor also. Okay. So for this subject, we have to complete the assignment. So daily assignments I'm posting, right? Apart from that, I'll give you some special assignments. A special assignment is a compulsory assignment that all you are supposed to complete it on time. So I'll prepare some list of programs. I'll post it mostly by today, tomorrow. I'll fix the deadline, and please complete the programs and submit it. That is going to be considered for your assignment. And after completing the third internals, okay, I'll conduct an MCQ that is also going to be included for your assignment marks. But as of now, which are the assignments I have posted? Okay, please do it and complete it on time. Okay, so that's all about today's class. I hope you all understood, and whatever you have practiced on today's class, please upload the screen in the Google Classroom. So I'll Google Classroom, I'll create and I'll post the assignment for today's class too. Okay, I'll create it now. Today's assignment is assignment number actually 11, 12, 13. It is supposed to be 14. Okay. Daily assignment, if you complete it, it is easy for you to remember things.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Have it
ma'am,
out.
last week you didn't create a link for assignment, ma'am. Last
Last
class.
week, expressions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for that also, I'll put the link now. Okay. Expressions, I'll put. Okay. Expressions also, I'll create one link. And so that is 14, right? And today's assignment is 15. Assignment 15 on random, math modules. Okay. So today itself, try to finish. Okay. So with this, I just want to wind up the class. Please complete it. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Thank you, dear students. Remaining topics will start in the next class. So next class, a new concept I will start. Okay. Thank you. I'm just
Thank you,
leaving.
ma'am.
Thank you. I'm leaving this link.